It's not a piece that is culturally specific. I don't think when you watch the work, you say, oh, yes, that's made by an Indigenous woman. We always say that identity is intrinsic to territory. And I wanted to ask what happens when you belong and come from two very distinct territories. These were questions that were very present in my work around identity and geography and land and, displacement. The entire installation centers around a trip that I took on a cargo ship from Amsterdam back to Montreal and the Great Lakes in North America. The trip took me 22 days at sea on that ship. I made that video, it was back in 2012, and filmed the entire journey. The video goes through different states of emotions that I felt on the ship. So it goes from boredom to anxiety as well, even fear, serenity. When I decided to make this trip across the Atlantic, for me, it was a middle ground for both sides of my ancestors to meet. My mother is Algonquin, and my father is French. And I grew up between the coast of Brittany, France, and the Outaouais region in Quebec. The Atlantic Ocean is a powerful symbol of the colonial route to also speaking about the genocide of Indigenous people in Canada. I wanted to also create a piece that would be just talking about the communication, or rather the lack of communication between two nations. That's why the soundtrack in the film is looking at different universal ways of communicating, such as Morse code or radio waves, piecing the film together. I think in the video, there's an obvious tension between the natural elements and the industrial landscape. And I play with that through the sculptures and the video. The film ends up at nighttime with the moons, multiple moons, and the moon is also an element that really controls, masses of water, the tides. But if we're composed of 75% of water, obviously it should control also our emotions and our cycles. I'm wondering if the whole industrial landscape that we're building on the earth is deeply affecting those emotions and natural cycles and the knowledge that is, coming from that. I wanted audiences to feel on ease when watching the movie. Sometimes it can be very meditative and you can step back and take a breath, but other times you're confronted to feeling very small in this world. It's not a piece that is culturally specific. I don't think when you watch the work, you say, oh, yes, that's made by an Indigenous woman. I'm incredibly happy that this work can be shown in Europe and that conversation can continue to happen, because it's not only Indigenous people that need to talk about these things. It's a common legacy and history that we're sharing.